Hello. Good afternoon, my beautiful students. How are you today? I hope that you are pretty fine. Okay, we are going to continue with the topics that we have prepared for you for this week. Remember that we are going to be learning a lot of specific topics related to our level because in some weeks you are going to be in the next level, and that's cool and that's super great. I'm super proud of you. Okay, sweethearts, do you remember what we were doing the last class? Or no? It's okay, don't worry. We are going to continue with that. So, amazing ones. Let's go to this that I have here for you. Vámonos con esto que tenemos para ustedes. Here we go. Okay, let's start with this. That is going to be super duper easy and interesting. Let me make it bigger. Ay, como que ya se trabó. No, ya, se destrabó. Excellent. So, intermediate level, welcome to the class. And let's continue with this. Chaka, 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 chaka. Here we go. Great to see you guys. It's a duper pleasure to have you here one more time. That's great. That's awesome. But now, let's go with this. Okay. A la one, a la two, a la 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Hello there, everybody. So today we are going to be reviewing, practicing, or maybe learning some specific topics that are used to create a kind of confusion, but at the same time, they are going to be very useful for us. Yes, why? Because of this. Well, I remember that during the last class, we were talking about I have to, and don't have to. And we were saying that we were not going to be saying, we were mentioning that we are not going to be having this have just of the verb tener. No, this is going to be a different structure that is going to be different. Okay. But we are going to be having some differences between one and another situation. Why? Because of this. Well, remember that have to is when you are obligated to do something and don't have to. It is when you are not obligated to do something. We are going to be having have to when something you need to do following a rule, okay? And we are going to be having don't have to when something that you are going to be doing is not necessary, or it is not necessary to do it. For example, you have to go to school, but it is not because you are feeling it in the bottom of your heart. It's because the law, your mom, the government, I don't know who, is obligated to go to school. The law, you are following a rule, okay? They have to clean the house. Who says that? My mom. Okay. He has to see the doctor. Remember, have and has, depending the personal pronoun that we are using. He has to see the doctor. You have to drive slower than 110 kilometers per hour on highways. What have you to say for yourself? You have to wear uniform in my class. Sorry, that's the law. That's the rules. Those are the rules. My brother has to drink milk before going to bed. Wow, something that you have to do. Something that you have to do because of you are following a rule or the rules or because it is the law. I don't have is when when it is not necessary that you can be doing something, okay? And here we have several examples. You don't have to come to school on Sundays. Don't worry about that. Oh, we don't have to watch this movie. Don't worry about that. Oh, she doesn't have to learn your language. Better you can have this. That's cool. They don't have to wear a suit. Hasta aquí me quedé porque me acuerdo que te dije, aquí está mal escrito. Excellent. He doesn't have to take the exam. It is not necessary. He has 10. He has 10. He doesn't have to take the exam. You didn't have to work for a salary. We don't have to buy an egg. My sister doesn't have to come to the school. Oh, the dog doesn't have to run in the car, in the park. It is not necessary that you do it or that somebody else do something. And here we have this, we were talking about these examples, right? Dad, we don't have to buy our lunch at the cafeteria. It is not necessary. Or he doesn't have to buy his lunch at the cafeteria. It is not necessary. So maybe you can buy it in another place or your parents are going to be giving it, but it is not necessary that you can do that on the school, for example. That is going to be one of the differences. Now you are going to be helping me with this exercise. I don't have. You are going to be thinking about the things you have to do during the week. Ready? Here you go. You need to tell me at least 5 of them, okay? 1, 2, 3. Tell me 5 things that you have to do during your week. You can do it. In order to practice, you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready! That's super good. Excellent. But now, today is a holiday. Tell me something that you don't have to do. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. Very good. So, tell your teacher, I don't have to prepare dinner. I don't have to send emails. I don't have to make the bed. That's cool. I don't have to. We were talking about your obligations, something that you have to do during the whole week. And here we were talking about something that we are not going to be doing because it is not necessary. And that's cool. And that's great. That's excellent. Cool. I have to go. I don't have to go. Do I have to go? She has to go. She doesn't have to go. Does she have to go? My friends have to go. My friends don't have to go. Do my friends have to go? We are talking about obligations, following the rules. Excellent. This is a topic, the last topic that we were working with during the last class. Tell me, was it easy or was it difficult? Just as a general review. Why? Because of not the mistakes, sometimes with the interferences that we have with this topic, but that's cool, that's great. In order to review a little bit more. Okay, ready? Because we are going to continue with something else that it is related to this. Don't worry, it is going to be super duper useful, super duper easy. For that reason, here we go with this that I have here. That was have to, okay? But now we are going to be having this that is pretty similar, but different at the same time. Really? Why, Angie? Oh, let me tell you, show you this. And then what is the difference? The difference with what? You must come with me, but I have to go to work. You know what? We are going to be having some situations with must and have to. Do you know which the difference is? Well, we are going to be talking about that. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Mary can go to the cinema tonight. She look after her younger sister. What is the correct answer, sweeties? Have to, doesn't have to, has to. What could it be? Okay, actually, the correct one is this. She has to. Mary can't go to the cinema tonight. She has to look after her youngest sister. That's cool. It's an obligation that she has, but not because she wants, but somebody is asking to her to do that. What? Really? Are you sure? Yes, let me show you what. As we were talking, you must come with me, but I have to go to work. That is the first example that I was giving you. Well, we are going to be having this. I know that maybe you know the modal verbs. We are going to be reviewing them. You know, or you have been working with modal verbs. The situation is that here with must and have to, we are going to be having some specific differences or similarities that are going to be creating confusion. That's the reason why we are talking about this, and because it is in our theme, right? Well, let me show you this. You must rest for 2 weeks. The doctor is saying that. The patient is saying this. I have to rest for 2 weeks. Do you know which one is the difference between these two situations, between these two statements? What could it be the difference? Okay, here we go. We are going to be making use of must, but when we talk about an obligation that comes from the speaker, the speaker, the one who is speaking, is the one who thinks it is necessary to do something, okay? For example, the manager, you must be here at 7. You need to practice. Oh, that's cool. That's great. Okay. Now, I got a smoker here. Smoker here. Yes, I must stop smoking. But what is the difference, or what is the situation here, or why we are doing this? The obligation comes from the smoker. The smoker thinks it is necessary. The obligation comes from the manager, the one who is speaking. The manager thinks it is important that you could be here at 7. Why? Because maybe we are going to be practicing. I don't know, so on. That is going to be the situation that we are going to be having. Okay, now here we go. have to. What is going to be the difference between must and have to? Well, we were mentioning that we use must when we talk about obligations that come from the speaker. The speaker is the one who thinks that it is necessary to do something. Now, what are we going to be having here? Have to is going to be used when you are having an external obligation. An external obligation, yes. Another person thinks it is necessary to do something. What? It's a kind of difficult. I don't understand. Yes. Here I have some examples for you. For example, the worker. I have to be there at 7. I have to be there at 7. He is not the one who is saying, oh, I'm going to wake up early because I have to. No, someone is asking him to do something or asking him to do something. He is a boss, he's a mob, I don't know what, but he or she is following the rules. Or I have the same smoker that in the other example. I have to stop smoking. Notice this. The obligation comes from the doctor. The doctor thinks it's necessary, not the smoker, the doctor. And maybe the doctor is saying, if you don't stop smoking, you are going to be at the hospital the next week. I'm telling you. Oh, no. Okay. The speaker doesn't think that it is necessary to do something. Okay, it is another person who thinks that it is necessary to do it. That is going to be the huge difference between must and have to. Who thinks it is necessary to do something? The one who is speaking or the one who is listening to? That is the difference. That's why it was super important that you could be here today learning this. Now, we are going to be having another situation with mustn't and don't have. Mustn't and don't have. Are you sure? Yes. Why? Because mustn't, it's going to be for something that is prohibited. You can do something. It is necessary that you don't do it. It is a prohibition. It is prohibited. You cannot be doing it. Okay, it is super necessary that you don't do it. For example, you mustn't or you must not wait here. It is not allowed. You cannot be here. This is a special place for other cars or for other people. You cannot be here. It is imperative that you not be here. You can't wait here. It is not allowed. Or for example, he mustn't call her at work. He can't call her at work. She's working. It is not allowed. It is necessary that he doesn't call her at work. That's how, and that's when we are going to be making use of must, not or mustn't. Must not. Okay, it is not allowed. It is prohibited to be doing that. Okay, but in the other case, as we were saying, don't have. Oh, when you are going to be using don't have, is because you don't have the obligation to. It is not necessary that you do something. Don't worry, that's going to be okay. That's cool, that's great, that's awesome. Okay, we are going to be having this one. Okay, what are we going to be doing? You don't have to wait here. You don't need to wait here. It is not necessary. He doesn't have to call her at work. He doesn't need to call her if he doesn't want to do it. It is not necessary, really. Swear it. You don't have to wait here. It is not necessary. Go eat your lunch, go rest, go to another place. You don't have to be here. Don't worry. Everything is okay. It is not necessary. Or he doesn't have to call her at work. It is not necessary. Don't worry. If you don't want to call her, don't call her. That's super cool. That's great. That's easy. That's super cool. That's super cool. That's super cool. Okay. What do you think about this one? That's excellent. It is easy or difficult? What do you think? It is not so difficult, right? Okay, let's continue with this. We can do it. Let me share with you this that I have here for you. For you. Okay, very well. Now, we are talking about must, have to, and so on. And that's great, and that's cool, excellent. But now let's continue with this. Exactly what we were talking about, no? Must, how we are going to be using it, and have to. Must is going to be expressing a personal obligation, something that comes from your mind, from your heart, from the bottom of your heart. Must is going to be expressing what the speaker thinks is necessary to do. That is the situation that we are going to be facing. Excellent. Very, very good. Express what the speaker thinks it is necessary. That's good. Now, express subjective obligation. So you have to do it, but if you don't do it, it's your problem. No, in few words. For example, you must work hard if you want to be someone higher in the life. All passengers must wear seatbelts. It's a subjective obligation. The speaker is going to be maybe the one who is speaking, no? And it expresses a personal obligation. But now look at this, have to. How we are going to be using have to? Expresses a personal obligation. I mean, I have to do it, but not because I want. I have to do it because someone else is asking me to do it, okay? The law, I don't know, my boss, someone else, no? The subject is obligated or forced to act by a separate external power. For example, the law or the school rules and so on. Okay, he is going to be acting by an external power, by an external separated power. And it expresses obligation, objective obligation. It is super necessary that you do it. It is super necessary that you do it, okay? It is your obligation. For example, I have to leave early today. You will have to pay for the excess. I'm sorry, it is your obligation. Somebody is demanding you to do that. And what we were saying about must, how we are going to be using it, it is prohibited. It is not allowed. It is important that you do not do something. The prohibition can be subjective. I mean, the speaker's opinion, or objective. For example, children mustn't talk to strangers. It is prohibited. It is not allowed. Cars mustn't park in front of the entrance. It is not allowed. It is prohibited. Okay? And don't have, remember, there is no obligation. You are not required to do. If you don't want to. For example, you don't have to make excuses for her. You don't have to whisper. No one can hear us. It is not it's not your obligation. That is going to be the difference between mustn't have to and mustn't and don't have to. Now, I remember at the beginning we were talking about this. She hasn't. That's why we were talking about this. She has to. It's an obligation that she has, not because of her, but because of her mother, or no. Now, what do you think about this? Rosa Parks, it's just an example. It's just an example. I love this example. Rosa Parks have to or has to or had to? Has to go to prison. We are going to be reading about this woman. Now, remember, must not. She must be in bed because she has the flu. Said the doctors, or she said, I feel terrible, I'm going to stay here. Oh, that's cool. The speaker is mentioning what she or he or it thinks it's better for the person. Jack must brush his teeth before going to bed. Obligation, and it is going to be a strong advice, okay? Strong advice. And mustn't Peter mustn't sleep during the class. It is prohibited. It is not allowed. You must not smoke. Prohibition. Okay. That is going to be the differences that we are going to be having. Ooh. Now, you are going to be helping me with this. You tidy up or clean your room. What could it be? What could it be? You must clean your room. Excellent. Strong advice. What do you think about this that I have here? Why we be there exactly at 5 a.m.? What do you think? Well, actually, yes, we can be having two options. Why must we be there exactly at 5 a.m.? Why? We have to be. Why? We must. Now, also, let me tell you that we can be having this. Why mustn't we be there exactly at 5 a.m.? I don't want to be at 7 a.m. It is possible for me to be at 5 a.m. Why? We can't be at that hour. Why can't? I'm not asking you, I'm just telling you. No te estaba preguntando, te estaba diciendo. That is it. Cool. Now, I have here another example. You, I don't know what, eat in class. Must or mustn't? Exactly. It is not proper. That's cool. You mustn't eat in class. That's great. Excellent. And this is the review of what we were saying. Mustn't, don't have to. Mustn't, don't have to. Excellent. Exactly what we were talking about during the class. It is not allowed. It is not necessary. Good. And here you have some examples. Obligation and necessity, prohibition. I have a toothache. I must go to the dentist. I am thinking that nobody else is telling me that. I'm not under certain rules. Mustn't. You mustn't smoke here. You mustn't park. You mustn't be late for school. You mustn't be rude. Prohibitions. It is prohibited. Obligation and necessity. Must. She must brush her teeth. Brush her teeth. That's the reason why you are going to be having all these kind of signals. With mustn't, you mustn't swim in this river. Pregnant women mustn't ride in this roller coaster. You mustn't use your mobile phone during the fall. They mustn't walk the dog in this park. You mustn't use shoes inside the temple. What else? You mustn't take photos inside of the museum. You mustn't drink water from this tap. A lot of those. What do you think? It is not allowed. Oh my goodness, I cannot see this. Well, it is almost the same. So this exercise is going to be for you. What do you think? You must stop, or you must slow down? You mustn't, you must, or you must? What is it? What is it? Excellent. You mustn't, you must stop. Le voy a hacer hacia arriba. Next, you mustn't enter. You must enter. You must slow down. Excellent. That it could be, you must slow down. Cool. You must stop and wait. You must go. You must slow down. You must go. You mustn't walk. You mustn't turn right. You mustn't turn left. You mustn't turn right. You mustn't smoke. You mustn't drop litter. You mustn't cross the street. You mustn't stop. That's great. That's cool. And also, you can continue with the rest. What are you going to do? You are going to be looking at the pictures and you are going to be deciding which one is going to be the correct one. For example, this one, you must stop, you mustn't eat or drink, you mustn't park here. What is it? Exactly, you mustn't eat or drink. You mustn't wait. You mustn't make an U-turn. You mustn't slow down. What do you think? You mustn't make an U-turn. Excellent. That's cool. You are going to be having different situations. You are going to be choosing which one are the correct ones. That's great. Now that we know the difference between must and have to, that they are pretty similar, but at the same time pretty different, we are going to start with these commands. Imperatives. I don't remember about these, the commands. In imperative, yes. Let me show you this. For example, we are going to be talking about you have to do something. Do something with your life. Do something in your house. Do something. That is what we are going to be talking about. And we are going to be having these examples. Ned, get on the plane. Get on the plane, Ned. You are using some commands. You are mentioning, you are telling, you are saying what people have to do. Really, yes, what people have to do. But it sounds a kind of rude, right? It could be better if we can use the word please in order that you can sound more polite, or in order that you could be more polite. For example, Ned, please get on the plane. Please get on the plane, Ned. Estás mandando. But we are going to be having some commands. Nothing is that. The verb is always in the infinitive forms. Doesn't matter really. It does not matter if we are talking about only one person or a lot of people. Really, it is not going to be necessary. The important thing is that you need to remember that all the time this is going to be infinitive. Everything is going to be in infinitive. Okay, for example, clean your room, boys. Angela, answer the phone, please. Help me carry these boxes up the stairs. Walk down the street for 2 blocks, then turn right, then turn left, and then you will find the mall. Thank you, you're welcome. Or get out of bed, Paul. Those are going to be commands. Those are imperatives, something that you are saying that people has to do. For example, that's the easy part. Okay, hurry up. Okay, be quiet. Okay, clean the house. Oh, wash the dishes, study for your exam, and so on. They are commands. But also we are going to be having the opposite of this, that, do this, do that, drink water, don't drink water, so on. Because now this is the moment for don't do it. Don't do it. Really? Don't do it? Yes. We are going to be having positive or affirmative pronouns as the ones that we were talking about the last slides. And also we are going to be having negative commands. Negative commands. Really, what is that? Okay, let me tell you. When we want to tell someone not to do something, the only thing that we are going to be doing is to add do not, or the shorter way, don't, as you wish. Do not or don't, but remember that do not is more formal and don't is the shorter way, more informal. But these 2 words, do not or don't, are going to be at the beginning, before the verb. Okay, for example, don't smoke, guys. It's very good for your health. Don't stop studying English. It is necessary for you. That is the situation. That is what we are going to be facing. Come on, guys. Don't smoke in here, please. That's bad for you. But here I have some other examples. Don't forget to call me after work. Don't take the highway. There is too much traffic. Don't park on the grass, please. Don't use too many plastic bags. They are bad for the environment. And kids, don't fight. Niños, no peleen. Kids, don't fight. You are mentioning, telling that someone, something or someone, it is not well done. Something that we don't know is being done for someone else. That's how we are going to be using these two. Okay. Positive and negative comments. That is it. Don't forget to call me after work. Don't take don't take the highway. There's too much traffic. Do not park your car on the grass, please. Don't use too many plastic bags. They are bad for the environment and kids don't fight. It is when you say, don't do this, don't do that, like the most, yes, that is going to be similar. Why we are talking about comments? Because we were talking about have to and don't have to. Hablamos sobre have to y don't have to. Esa es la razón por la cual estamos retomando de determinada manera los comandos, porque sirven y se usan demasiado. Don't forget to call me. No olvides llamarme. No. Don't take the highway. Oh, that's cool. Don't. Something that you cannot do. Something that you cannot do. That is going to be the comments with affirmative and negative. My question is, how do you feel? How do you see it? Cuéntame, easy or difficult? It is not as difficult as we believe, right? Those were different kind of comments. Comments. You can do it, you cannot do it. But now let's talk about let's. Todo tiene una relación. Yes, indeed. We are going to be talking about these commands. When we want to make a suggestion to a group of people, and we are included in that group, we are going to be making use of the word let's, okay? Imagine that you are giving a command to that group, but at the same time, you are giving that command to yourself. That's crazy, but it's the truth, okay? We often use let's when we are making some suggestions to ourselves or to other person or people. Yes. For example, this, I command, let's do it. You are giving a suggestion about doing something. For example, it's a beautiful day. Let's go to the park to a picnic, for a picnic. Let's take a moment to think about this before we give them an answer. Let me think about it. Let me think about it, please. Let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about this. Please don't behave like that way. Let's talk about that. You are invited to someone else to do something. Let's finish this project before lunch. Let's go to the supermarket this afternoon. We have a lot of things that we need to buy. I love you so much. I love you too. I love you too. I love you more. I love that. Okay. Let's get married. You are what? Suggesting that you can be doing this. But remember, your verb is going to be always in infinitive, okay? Let's finish for first, second, third, fourth, 1,000, whatever you want. Person, you are not going to be using the letter C. Let's go to the supermarket this afternoon. No, that is not necessary, okay? Let's go to the supermarket this afternoon. No, you are inviting. You are suggesting to do something. Let's get married. Let's get married. No, let's get. No, doesn't matter if you are talking about she, he, it, it's okay, you don't need the letter S here anymore, okay? But remember that you are going to be using let's in order to suggest certain ideas or situations for you and for your followers. But now, not everything is so beautiful as we think, because we are going to be having these negative comments. Negative comments with let's. Yes. Did you know that there is a let's not in English? Let's not, negative command with let's. And how we are going to be using that? Here we go. We want to say, when we want to say that we should not do something, please don't do it, we are going to be making use of let's not, okay? For example, let's not have chicken for dinner again tonight, please. Let's buy some pizza. Okay, that's cool. Or for example, let's not watch television tonight. Let's listen to music. Let's have a dinner. Let's talk about each other. But remember, without the letter S. Let's not watch television tonight. No veamos televisión, no vayamos, no cantemos, no corramos, no lloremos, no copiemos, no esto, no el otro. ¿Sale? That is how we are going to be using this one. Let's not worry about that until it becomes a real problem. Let's not ask Angela about her thesis. Let's not play tennis together again, please. I didn't like to be part of your team. Oh. Or you have here other examples. Okay, let's not get crazy. Okay, we can be solving them as persons. Let's not get crazy. No nos pongamos locos. Let's not be mean. No seamos presuntuosos, groseros, pelados, pesados. Let's not go there. No vayamos allá. Let's not even talk about that. Let's not even contemplate that. No vayamos ni siquiera a contemplarlo. Not even. Puedes meterle not even. Let's not even contemplate that. Let's not even contemplate that. Vamos a ni siquiera considerarlo. Let's not entertain that. No lo entretengamos. Can you see the difference? Let's not. Let's do it. Let's not do it. Yes, come on here. No, we cannot do it. That is going to be the difference between let's affirmative, let's negative. That is the situation. What do you think? Let's take a shower. Let's not take a shower. That's super cool. Let's dance in the party. Let's not dance in the party. I am hurt. Let's sing in the karaoke. No, please, let's not sing in the karaoke because I don't like to. Oh, let's go to the beach. Yes, let's go to the beach. That's cool. That's awesome. Let's not. Let's and let's not. Those are going to be some of the modals. Remember, the commands need do this and do that. Please do this and do that. Don't do that. It is not necessary. No. These are going to be the commands that we are working with during these days, during this class. Let's not. That's cool. Now tell me, was it easy or difficult for you? Let's not. Let's not. It was not so difficult, right? Excellent, but remember, they are going to be commands, and our verb is going to be always in infinitive form. That's the secret, that's the rule, that your verb has to be always in infinitive, okay? If you want to sound more polite, you need to use please. And also dependent the context, because if you are going to be giving addresses, it is not going to be super necessary that you say please, because somebody asks you about where to go, where to come to a specific place. Excellent. So you are not giving it is not like a super command. It is going to be a kind of different. Beautiful and handsome. What do you think? Was it easy, difficult? Because you know what? Today we are going to be talking about like is super easy, I know, but actually I don't want to be talking about like verb, but as another thing. We already know I like flowers, I don't like flowers. Do you like chocolate? My cat do like, don't like, doesn't like. That's strange. What could it be the answer? My cat doesn't like dogs. My dog doesn't like dogs. Excellent. My cat doesn't like dogs. I cannot say do like. My cat puede ser de verdad me gustan. Ese do suena como de verdad. Porque acuérdate que el do es un auxiliar, pero que también se utiliza para recalcar, enfatizar ciertas cuestiones. I do love this restaurant. De verdad amo este restaurante. That is the letter do or the sound do. What do you think? Hey, that is like, okay? And here we are going to be having other ways to say I don't like. It doesn't tackle my fancy. I'm not fond of it. I'm not crazy about it. It's not my cup of tea. It's like not my problem. That's not for me. I dislike it. That's cool. Other ways that we are going to say it. Be saying I don't like. There are a lot. There are a lot. The only thing that you need to be is to be practicing. And here you have a lot of other things that you can use in order to say I like it. It's to my thinking. It sounds great. I'm fond of it. It's very interested in doing and learning about that. It's my star, it's my liking, I'm crazy about it. I'm passionate about it. I'm addicted to it. I love doing and don't want to stop. It goes down well with me. Some different ways to say I like it, more formal or more informal. And also we are going to be having some formal and informal forms in order to say I don't like it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Really? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. What do you think? It's cool. I'm sick of it. It's one of the biggest words that you are going to be listening at the movies. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. That's not for me. That's not for me. I'm sick of it, and that's not for me. Super useful. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I'm not crazy about it. No estoy loco por ella. I'm not crazy about it. It doesn't tickle my fancy. It doesn't tickle my fancy. It's not my cup of tea, as we were talking. Some other formal to say I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't appreciate that. I'm not keen of it. But it is important that you can be increasing your vocabulary with all these phrases. My recommendation is that you can be using them every single day in a different way. Okay, super important. If you want to learn them, you need to practice them. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Sale, largo, corto. I'm sick of it. Well, I'm not sick of this. I do really love to be with you. But I used to check myself, and because sometimes it's like 2 hours after, and I know that you are, Miss, come on, I need to work. Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Sadie. I'm sorry. Okay, beautifuls. I have to say goodbye. Super handsome, super beautiful. But tomorrow we are going to continue with it. Today, because it's Tuesday, it was vocabulary and review of grammar. But tomorrow we are going to be starting with another topic that is going to be super duper important. Hey, very good. My amazing students, have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. You can do it. You can do it.